What's up, guys? Set 5 and Pass here. Gonna be profiling the Prank Kids list I took to locals last Tuesday, and I got first place with. That was my first top. I know it was just locals, but it was really cool because it's almost my birthday. Anyways, let's get into the deck profile. I'm gonna start with the main deck. I'm gonna go with triple Fansies. Whenever he's used for link material of a Prank Kids Fusion or Link, I can send a card. He's like foolish barrel for the deck. You can send a Prank Kids card from deck to grave and special summon another kid with a different name. Then we'll go Dropsies. She's level 2. Whenever she's used as material, she can give you 1,000 life points, and if you want, you can special summon another kid from the deck with a different name. Then we'll go Fansies. We keep this nice, short, and sweet. Fansies burns for 500, and then you can use his effect to special summon from the deck. Then for another level 3, we have King of the Swamp. King of the Swamp is pretty cool in this deck. I don't think I'd play it more than 1, maybe 2, but I think 1 is fine. You don't want to brick on it too much. What you can do with him is you can pitch him to the grave and add another, like a copy of Polymerization from your deck to your hand. Or if you are trying to fuse into Battle Butler and say you have like Dropsies Fansies, you can use him as Lamseys, for example. You can't use it as a generic name. It has to be an exact name. So there's that. He's pretty cool. Then on to the level 4 of the deck, we have triple Roxy's. This is probably my least favorite kid, but you gotta play it because it's just another name. I like him whenever I need to unbreak my hand or just try to cycle through cards, maybe draw into some more hand traps, if I played any. He's really good if you draw 2 of like the same card, you just don't really need it. So what you do is whenever it's used for material is you banish the card as cost from your hand, and then you can draw a card, and then it summons one from the deck if you wanted to. And then for the next non-Prank Kid monster is 2 Lava Golem. This can be 2 Nibiru as well. It's just I play some decks at locals that don't really go above 5 summons all the time, so you can't always Nibiru them. And if I'm playing something like Altergeist or True Dracos or Skystrikers at locals, I will just side these out, and I'll show you my side in a bit. But this is really good, especially on your Mystic Mine, because if you can give him this, then it burns him for 1,000 every standby phase that they have, as they control that card. So that's really cool. Then triple Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion is pretty cool because it lets you get your Rocket right out for free, and like 1,000 life points doesn't really matter because like you're getting them back so much with Dropsies. If you draw, basically, if you draw 1 kid, no poly, you can use this, go into your Rocket, and you'll get him out. Then you can normal summon the kid, and then you can link those together for your Dodo, and hopefully have a chance to play. Because Dodo will add you a fusion, and all that good stuff. Then triple Polymerization, bread and butter. If you draw this 2 kids, full combo. Then Prank Kids Pandemonium. It is probably my least favorite of the spells to the polymerization spells to have in my hand, because I can't go Dweller Toad during my turn. Like, that's a really strong field I like to set up. But it allows you to fusion on your opponent's turn with monsters in your hand or on your field, and like you have so many ways of getting those on. Then we go Pranks, triple Pranks, because you draw 2, you can just discard the other off of its effect to give you a token, and during the end phase of your turn, you can shuffle back 3 Prank Kids cards from your deck from your graveyard to your deck and draw a card. Now, if As far as I know, if they crow one of the targets, since you have to shuffle all 3 back into the deck in order to draw, you don't get the draw. So that kind of sucks, but you really need it, and you can play through the disruption. It's not too bad. Then triple Print Kid's Place. I like that because whenever it's activated, it lets you add a Print Kid's monster from your deck to your hand, and then whenever you fusion summon, your Print Kid's monsters gain 500 attack, and whenever you link summon a Print Kid's monster, your opponent's monsters lose 500 attack. So that can be really helpful playing into boards and let your monsters get over things a little easier whenever they're boosted by Bow Wow Bark. Then we play the one, Fusion Recycling Plant. I really like this card because like if I draw like a bricky hand with like a bunch of kids and no polys, you can get into this a couple different ways. Excuse me. And then if during the end phase you can add back a Print Kid's monster you used as material for a fusion. And then Mystic Mine, because it's a win condition for the deck. Really, really fun for me. And then Terraforming, which is basically an extra copy of Mystic Mine or Fusion Recycling Plant. And then Set Rotation as just a way to get into that whatever I need at the moment. And you can give your kid, you can give them a Print Kid's Place and they can't even use it. So Pot of Desires for consistency. You don't want to see it too much because like you do have the draw power off of Roxy's and Pranks, so like drawing too many can be bad, but like, I feel like you need it too. And then I play Reasoning because it loads your grave for this and lets you get a free special. Then one, there can be only one because you can play around it really easy with this deck, and yeah, it cripples a lot of decks. It's a really good floodgate. And then Skill Drain. The only thing this hurts is like Bow Wow Barks plus 1,000 attack effect. Dodo's effect to add to hand, and I think Weather Washer for his effect to stop your opponent from activating monster effects during the battle phase. But like if you have this, like they're not going to be activating them on the field anyways. And then Plan, because you're most often dumping this off of Fancy's effect, and if you're playing up against back row deck, you can set it to your field. Like you can add it back to your hand with Dodo, and you can set it to your field so you can link during your opponent's turn into your Harpy's Feather Duster. It's like, it's really good. I would play it too, but like I'd rather play like the other two traps, and like you don't want to play too many and get bricky. So that's it for the main deck. I'm gonna go into the extra now. Played 2 Rocket. I was playing 3, but I cut the 3rd for a Boral Sword. That won me 3 games last night. So glad I put that in. Rocket's effect is whenever he's fusion summoned, you can have his attack and he can attack directly. And so like that's really helpful in the Mystic Mine combo, or just whenever you need to get in a little bit of damage for time. Then his other effect is you contribute him and bring back 2 non-fusion Print Kid's monsters from your graveyard for free, basically. This deck floats like crazy. It's so much fun. And then Weather Washer. Weather Washer is probably my favorite of the fusions because it's just so much utility. You make him during your opponent's turn, and you contribute him and bring back 2 non-fusion Print Kid's monsters, so like any of these, like even Roaster, and they can't be destroyed by battle. And if your Print Kid's monsters attack while he's on the field, your opponent can't activate monster effects during the battle phase. So like he's just really, really good. Then you have a Raigeki on legs in Battle Butler, and he takes 3 materials, your Lampsies, Dropsies, Fansies, and he can quick effect Raigeki, basically. And then if he's destroyed or sent to the grave by your opponent's card, you can add, or you can special summon any non-fusion monster from your graveyard, which is insane. Like, you can get any of these, any of your kids that are like main deck monsters, and like seriously, like you can add back Toad. Like, you can get Toad back off of him. Like, I've done that before, and it is awesome because then your opponent's like, crap, I gave him an Omni Negate. So like he's pretty good. Sometimes you don't even have to quick effect Raigeki. You can just use him as a beat stick. Then you have 2 Dodo. I love Dodo. Whenever you link into him, whenever he's link summoned, you can search a Print Kid spell or trap from your main deck to your hand. And then you contribute him and add 2 Print Kids cards from your graveyard to your hand. So like you can add back the fusion if you need, and it'll just go back to your extra deck. As far as I know, haven't been, the judges locals were like, that's fine. But yeah, he's really good. Recyclability, adds to your hand, gets you your fusions that you need. You can bring this back off of Weather Washer in conjunction with Bow Wow Bark. And Bow Wow, what Bow Wow does is whatever Print Kid's monster he points to with a link arrow gains 1000 attack. And then quick effect during your opponent's turn, you can tribute him and add 2 Print Kids cards back to your hand from your grave to your hand. What's really cool is if you bring him and Dodo out, they can't be destroyed by battle due to Weather Washer's effect, and they can't be, none of your Print Kids cards can be destroyed by card effect during that turn either, because of Bow Wow's effect if you used it earlier. So like you just have like a 3k beater and 2k beater. They can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. Or if you're really pressed for damage off of Weather Washer's effect, you can bring back 2 like main deck kids, and your opponent just can't get over them. It's really fun, really nice. And then Harpy's Feather Duster, the Rip Roar and Roaster. He's a 3k beater that can blow up back row. Like, he's amazing. Oh. And you can add him back off of, or you can special summon him off of Battle Butler. If Battle Butler is destroyed by your opponent or sent to the grave. And his effect, if he's destroyed by your opponent or sent to the grave, you can add back any non-link monster from your graveyard to your hand. I think it's your hand. And then we play 1 Nightmare Phoenix because sometimes back row sucks. And then we have Boral Load for taking big, problematic, untargetable monsters. And then we have Boral Sword for game. This won me 3 games last night. I'm so glad I put it in. And then we have 1 Toad and 1 Dweller, because Dweller is still probably the best floodgate monster in the deck, or game, right now. And that's pretty much it for the extra deck. We'll go into the side. So because I hate back row so much, I will play 3 Denko Sekka. She's really good. There's a lot of back row players at my locals, so like sometimes if I know who I'm playing up against, I'll just put this in going first too. And like I'll just keep my fusions in my hand. And if you're going second with this card and they have back row set, if they have Judgment, it basically forces them to use that or like just shut off their entire back row. Because like set 5 pass is pretty scary, you know what I mean? And then trying out 2 of her, I didn't side her in once because like I only got Nibiru once, and that was actually on my opponent's turn. And I had an extender in hand, so like I was able to just kill him with the token anyways. It didn't really matter. Not sure what I would replace her with though, but I'm keeping her in for now. then the third Lava Golem for those combo decks that put up like the break my board style of boards. And then for more back row, because I hate back row, I have Cosmic Cyclone. The 1,000 life point cost isn't really that bad in this deck because of dropsies. Like, you can get that back really easy. If it's getting close to time, I won't put that in. I'll just like put Denko in if like I'm going first or something. I don't know. And then there can be only one because like 2 more copies is great. It really helps, in my opinion, in like the doll matchup, because the Kaliga and the Makaba and all that Purgatrio, you don't want any of that. So you flip that. It breaks boards going second if you need to, and going first it prevents them from being made. And then the 1 red reboot, so sad. I love red reboot. It helped this deck so much because back row sucks. And then we have Evenly Matched. Evenly Matched is so good because it either forces the Omni Negate and half their life points in most instances, or you just win because like it's a blowout against Rogue, and it just destroys anything that can't recover from it. Like, so like you can just OTK more often than not the next turn. That's it for the side deck, and I'll get into a Mystic Mine combo and an Anti-Nibiru combo. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here's the Mystic Mine combo. Anti-Nibiru combo. All you need is 2 non-water kids and a poly, and these 2 cards can be literally anything else. If it's extenders, you can go further, but if you just have these 3 cards is what I'm going to be showcasing. So you are going to activate poly, send Lampsies, Fansies to GY, and you are going to go into your Rocket Ride. Now, like, this is an MR5 combo. It's really important to know. So you're going to go Chain Link 1, 2, and 3. Rocket will have his attack, so he can attack directly. Chain Block to protect your other kids in the grave. Then what will happen is you're going to send Friend Kid's Plan from deck to grave, and you are going to burn your opponent for 500 with Lampsies, and that will let you summon 2 water dropsies, and then you're going to overlay for Toad, and then you can tribute off Rocket to bring back your other 2 kids, and then you can link these 2 off into Dodo, and then Dodo effect to search your quick play poly, and you're going to set your polymerization, tribute off Dodo, and you can add 2 kids back to your hand, and then you have an Omni Negate during your opponent's turn, and you can fusion into Weather Washer, and then you can bring back 2 kids that can't be destroyed by battle that turn, and you still have your Omni Negate. So it's not the strongest board, but like it's still a lot better than getting Smashy Rocked. Let me get stuff ready and I'll show the Mystic Mine combo. Okay, so I've got the stuff ready for the Mystic Mine combo. What you're going to need is you're going to need 2 kids. I like to start out with Lampsies and Dropsies, but you can do this if you have Fansies too, and it works out just the same. So like, as long as you have one or the other and Fansies, you're good. And you need a polymerization, any poly, and any way to access Mystic Mine. So you're going to be going second, so you have a better chance to draw into one of your 3 ways to get to this, but like, it's okay. And then the other 2 cards in your hand do not matter, but if one of them is a Pranks or another poly, then this works even better. So to start off, you are going to activate Mystic Mine and watch your opponent cry. And then you are going to activate Polymerization, fuse away your 2 kids to summon out Rocket, and then you're going to go Chain Link 1, 2, 3. You're going to have Rocket's attack, so you can attack directly, and then you're going to send one with Fansies, which will be your Dropsies. That way you can get it back off of Dodo. Off of Rocket. And then you're going to burn your opponent for 500. So they've lost 500 so far. Then you're going to go Battle Phase for 1,000 direct. And then Main Phase 2, you are going to Tribute Rocket to bring back Fansies and Dropsies and Lampsies. And then you can link these 2 away for Dodo. And then you're going to go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, add 1,000. And then you're going to go Dodo Effect to add you Pandemonium. Or if you already have Pandemonium in hand, you can go Pranks. But we're playing this like you just have bare minimum. So then what you're going to do is you are going to Tribute Dodo, add Dropsies and Lampsies back to your hand. So now you still have 5 cards in hand, because we have those other 2 that were blank. You have 5 cards in hand, and what you're going to do is you're going to set Pandemonium and just keep these in your hand. And then next turn you can do it all over again. And if you have Pranks, you can recycle back the 3 prank kids in your GY, and you can get a draw, and you'll be at it starts to snowball. Like you can have like 8, 9 cards in hand, then you can break Mystic Mine and just go for game that way, or you can just whittle away and win in time. It's kind of scummy, but it works. So anyways, that's a Mystic Mine combo, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you all later.